what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Alrighty, we have cars on track now for the Big Buck
welcome
Modifieds.
back to the Big Bucks. How about it? Catch your breath after that race. How about her, Tyler?
Yeah, how about it? Absolute heartbreak hotel for this cat in the booth right now. Thought I had her just about wrapped up, but you know, heck of a job by Lake, and that was a good race. You know, so at least I was up front. I'll take that.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I got 23 laps led in that race and made big strides from last week. So this old guy's trying to keep up with you young guys in this super late class. So doing the best I can do. But hey, there's always next week. Or now we got a big block modified sponsored by KDJ Etch Designs. Is our big block modified sponsor, and they are on track. And right now, Byron Meeks sets atop the leaderboard for the fastest guy in hot laps.
Speaking of Byron Meeks, new wrap sporting on that car right now, as you see him on screen right now, in that 25M machine, looking good in that white and purple number 25M. Behind him, you see the 53P of Ryan Patton, also trackside right now. There's the 57T of Todd Bailey. Then also another new wrap on the racetrack is going to be Earl the Squirrel Jackson in the 26 machine. He's got a new purple and orange look. Some good looking cars here tonight in the KDJ Etch Designs big block modifieds.
Yeah, speaking of this class here is extremely good, tight racing, and just like our Pro Late division. And we had a good race tonight in Supers also, but this class here right now, with just to explain, in the top 5 in hot laps right now, they're within 1/100th of a second. Byron Meeks, Earl Jackson, Cody Buck, Ryan Patton, Ryan Hallman, all right there. And tell you what, I think we're going to see a good show tonight.
Yeah, I think we got last week's winner also here, returning here tonight. We'll have to start tail the field tonight in that 29 machine. That's Cody Buck. He was challenged multiple times last week by the 66N machine of Orvis Newcomb, so we'll have to see how he runs here tonight. So
right now, Orvis sits about 7th on the speed charts, but you know these hot laps don't always tell you everything. Sometimes old Orvis will pull something out of his little bag of tricks out of his hat there. You never know what he might be capable of.
Yeah, and unbelievably, that's only 2/10 off Byron Meeks, so quite a that'll just show you. And that's only, it's just so close. The times are so close right now, and you know
some of that just depends too. Like Carl Lansbury, he didn't get out on track till. So some of these guys have several laps on. This track changes and slows down quickly, so you know some of these lap times might be a little bit deceiving, and so you know it makes for an exciting event.
Yeah, and speaking of Orvis Newcomb, he has got the duct tape numbers off here tonight, and he is in that 66N gray, white, and blue. Number 66N, that's a good-looking race car here tonight for him, so must have got the wrap guy to come on down and get him the stickers, and he is here looking pretty good here tonight with that brand new wrap. That's also the one machine of Ryan Hallman. I do believe he's sporting a new wrap. Yeah, there you get a look at it from the side. That is a good-looking machine. In the one machine for Ryan Hallman. All kinds of fancy-looking stuff out here tonight. There's John Spiel. Didn't get to see a lot of them last week in that number 9 machine. We had a technical difficulty, unfortunately, but we're glad he's stick with us through the ups and downs here, as he is a rookie in this division, and we hope to see him have a good night here tonight.
Yeah, that was unfortunate what happened last week. We were all ready to go racing. We had a full card as far as racing tonight. Didn't want the night to go too late. I'm happy he was understandable enough to realize that you know he got DQ'd accidentally. He is a rookie, and we tried to make it right with him. But that's nor here nor there. This is another week. He's out on track this week, and we will make sure he does not get DQ'd tonight.
Yeah, a lot of we fixed a lot of bugs here from last week to this week, so hopefully the fans can see that and see the improvements we've already made only 1 week into this. You know, we have the realistic weather. We are racing our features at night now, so that's a little bit more realistic for all of you folks that have been to the racetrack before. So they're looking like
we're a bunch of hillbillies trying to run some kind of race program here. We make mistakes, and we're trying our best, and it seems like every week we find little things that we can improve on and see if we can make it a little better week after week, year after year.
Another guy that was pretty successful last week in that 7 machine, that is Cody Schultz. Got a heat race win, one of his few in this league, coming from Pro Late Models last year in that 7 machine, and he looked pretty sporty in these modifieds, and unfortunately had a mechanical failure about halfway through the feature, which took him out of contention for a good finish. So we'll see if he's got that straightened up and and keep this 7 machine here for all 50 laps here tonight.
Yeah, I know. I talked to Cody there on the side, and he wasn't too thrilled about what happened there. He was running good, and he's like, basically the engine locked up, and his night was over.
Not good.
Not good. His engine almost rolled down the hallway, apparently, according to him, but I don't know.
Looks like we got a pretty good field of KDJ Etch Designs Big Block Modifieds here tonight, with I'm counting about 12 or 13 of them in the pits here tonight, and we continue to look to grow them numbers. But pretty good little field here for tonight, and if it has anything to do with last race, that shows you that the field size doesn't matter. It's all about the guys that are in these cockpits here tonight.
Yes, sir. Speaking of Cody Schultz, I just wanted to mention he is basically the owner of Oval Track Specialties, our caution sponsor, and I've joined him in the real world there with that Oval Track Specialties, doing setups on the side. He does a lot of fabrication, or doing fabrication and making bodies and stuff for in real life cars. He's real good at it. He's taught me a lot, so I just want to give a shout out to Cody for that. And I just got into trying to set some cars up and helping guys out in the stock car realm. And so far it's paid off for some guys. Also in our back road powder coating is Ryan Patton owns that. That's our Victory Lane sponsor. Elevated Outdoors is Justin Diltz, one of our Pro Late drivers. He is the sponsor of our hot pit. Orvie Newcomb, which is part of this good friend of ours, he sponsors the hard charger of the race with his Newcomb Automotive. And Schmill Racing Designs, John Schmill, our owner, and does racing designs on the side, and he is part of our sponsorship with our White Flag One to Go sponsorship. So just a big shout out to all these guys that try to help make this league bigger and better, and just put a little special touch on it each and every week and make each year a little better. And thank you, Tyler, for being my right-hand man and hosting all these races every week.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate your help too, and our whole admin team and everybody that goes in that is part of this. And I can't do it by myself anymore, that's for sure.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, but there is a lot of people that go into this, and just everybody who's a part of it. Want to thank them. Like I was saying there, let me see. In the back road powder coating Victory Lane, P2. I was saying there how just want to thank everybody that's part of this, and we would have never thought this league would be what it is today. And we wouldn't have it the way it is without everybody who supports us. So.
It's a pretty cool deal. I mean, even like Michael Lake winning a super late race there and making Heartbreak Hotel for you, but that is a ULMS points champion in real life. I mean, it's cool to have a guy like that here, and guys like Levi Yetter and Orvis Newcomb and Nathan Brady, yourself, just different people that's raced in real life being a part of this. Mike Anderson, there's just a lot of them, and Larry has raced in the pavement days, and it just goes back and back, and it's just cool to have everybody involved and to have other people mixed in. And also want to shout out to Dave Riesinger. I know he really is really upset about not being here this week. Just want to give him a little shout out, just rub it in a little bit that he can't be here.
Yeah, great run last week.
Yeah.
Really
for our Pro Late division, he won't be able to make it this week. But all right, man, we are lining up for heat races.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We'll let these guys filter their way out onto the racetrack, but I'll start us off here on the front row. On the pole in the 66, and that's going to be Orvis Newcomb. Orvis Newcomb is out of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Outside of him in the 53P, that's going to be Ryan Patton. Ryan Patton is out of Brockway, Pennsylvania.
Alrighty, inside your second row in that 26, sporting a brand new wrap here for Instigators. Saw it on Facebook. That is Earl Jackson out of DuBois, Pennsylvania, and outside of him in the 57, we got Todd Bailey out of Mundorf.
Inside row number 3, that's going to be the 03 machine of Carl Lansbury. Carl Lansbury in that 03 machine. He is out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania. And outside of him, in the 43 machine, that is going to be Christopher Gormont. He is out of State College, Pennsylvania. having a little bit of blinking issues, it seems, for the 43 machine, but not as bad as it could be, as we saw.
No, I mean, yeah, it was an unfortunate event for Blaze Harrison there in our super late run. We made him stay in the rear, but it helped his points by being out there. But if you're blinking too bad or having technical difficulties, we try not to let it interfere with the rest of the guys that aren't having problems. But it looks like Christopher's has cleared up a little bit. He might be able to get up in there and duke it out here without any problems.
And if you're wondering, a guy who, even when he's not here supporting, Dave Riesinger watching from almost 1,000 miles away here right now, so glad for him tuning in.
Well, there it is. I'm glad I gave him a shout out.
But here we go. We're gonna put the big hammer down here out of turn number 4 of Stukem. Looking to start off front, maybe have one spot better here tonight. Later, here we go. Green down into turn number 1. No fire. Orvis Stukem on the bottom. Ryan Patton to the outside, side by side, wheel to wheel out of turn number 2. Earl Jackson gets a good bite to the inside. He's gonna go to third. Side by side for that lead. Orvis Stukem. Oh, Earl Jackson! He's up over the berm. He gets up over the berm. Oh, keep it clean and green. We'll stay straight right now. Still battle up front. Side by side, Ryan Patton has that outside momentum. He's got him by half a cat's whisker down into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, the 53P will clear the 66 and he'll go to the lead. Ryan Patton didn't have any caution to get up towards the front last week, so now he's trying to put it up front to start and see if he can keep it there. Right now, he is leading heat race number 1 in the KDJS Designs Big Block Modifieds.
Ryan Patton looking sporty tonight as he started to pull away from the 66. He was your second place finisher last week and also a heat race winner last week, so that's want to keep an eye on that 53 tonight.
And we'll take a little ride here with Orvis Stukem as he continues to rip the lip, try and run down that 53P, but not quite yet. That 53P is slowly pulling away from him right now. In the third place position in the 57T, Todd Bailey, he runs third. Fourth place is the 03 machine of Carl Lansbury. Then Earl Jackson still has it going straight right now, and Christopher Gormont has pulled it in for this one. As we work lap 7 now, Ryan Patton still leads. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, he will take the Spiel Racing Designs white flag one more time around for heat race number 1 with the KDJS Designs Big Block Modified. Ryan Patton back up to the cushion, down the back straightaway. Has a pretty commanding lead into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Ryan Patton gets it done in heat race number 1. He'll take the checkered flag. Second place goes to Orvis Stukem. Third is going to go to Todd Bailey. Fourth will go to the 03 machine of Carl Lansbury. And then it'll be Earl Jackson, who is pit side, and Christopher Gormont rounding out your field.
So Ryan Patton will be your pole sitter tonight in tonight's feature. So, boy, it's funny how a week changes everything. Yeah, last week Patton didn't have a good start in the feature and came on pretty good there at the end and was one of your fastest cars at the end. So you got to keep an eye on him for tonight.
And so far, no repeat winners. So we have all 4 races so far this year have been different winners. We'll see how long that streak stays alive.
All right, well, I'll start us off for this second heat, Tyler. Looks like on the pole to number 1. It is a nice looking wrap here he put on for this year. And his last week had a lot of technical difficulties. We'll see him out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania. We got Ryan Hallman outside of him in the 25. Out of Uniontown will be Byron Meeks.
Inside row number 2, making the heat race here tonight, that's going to be John Smeal out of DuBois, Pennsylvania, in that 9 machine. Outside of him, in the 7 machine, that's going to be Cody Schultz, who won his heat race last week. Let's see if he can try and win another one here from the 4th place starting position. He's out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania, in that 7 machine.
And rounding out your field here and inside last week's feature winner, with the 29 will be Cody Buck, and outside of him, in the 057 rookie this season is Colton Probst out of Clearfield.
Alrighty, we've got them racked and stacked for you folks at home. Pace truck going to look to duck off here, and we're going to put the skinny pedal back down here for heat race number 2 with the KDJH Designs Big Block Modifieds out of turn number 4. Ryan Hallman looking to show that those mechanical difficulties aren't going to define him this year. Out of turn number 4, here we go. We're going to turn him loose, put her to the floor, make her roar. We're green flag racing in heat race number 2. Oh, we're wrecking big down the front straightaway. Caution flag We're going to have an oval track specialties caution flag for the 7 of Cody Schultz. Colton Probe's also around. We will take a look back and see what happened in that one. Green flag comes out.
Oh, the rookie John Smill just comes up the racetrack a little bit there, gets to the side of Cody and puts him into the wall. And, you know, we got. He's a true rookie. He's still learning, and these modifies when you get on the throttle, like to really fire to the right, and they're really hard to handle on the restarts. And I think that one just got away and pushed to the right on him when he put the loud pedal down.
Yeah, it definitely did. That's what I saw too. So we're gonna have a complete restart, I do believe.
Complete restart. Schultz should get his position back. We didn't complete a lap. It's the flagman's call, but that's what I would think, and it looks like they are in agreement. Yep, agreed. So
agreed.
Here we go. Let's try this again.
Pretty sure Paycheck's gonna bring him around one more lap just for safekeeping. As you love to see how the pace truck here at Houston likes to take its time.
It 100% does. There's no doubt about it.
So, but now the lights are off on the pace truck, so we are gonna go green next time. We'll see if we can take a ride along here with the 29 machine on this initial restart. Down into turn number 1, you'll get to see all the cars in front of him in the real chaos here. And at a small track like this. So here we go, out of turn number 4, Ryan Holman. That's the car up front. He is going to lead him to the green once again here. And there you go, they fire down the front straightaway already. Calamity in front, as you can see how crazy it is down into turn number 1. Cody Buck gets stacked up there, but up at the front of the field. That's going to be the 25M of Byron Meeks. He'll get to the outside of Ryan Holman, and he will take that early lead. Ryan Holman going to fight back on the inside off of turn number 2, but Byron Meeks now leads in that 25M machine. So Byron Meeks uses that outside momentum, which seems to be where you want to be on the starts right now, but that bottom also not too bad. But let's see if anybody can run down this 25M machine, as he already looks pretty good on that outside line, Dad.
Yeah, he does. You know, Byron's a seasoned race car driver. He ran the Super Lates last year with us, and he loves his modifieds, and I look for him to be a strong contender all year. It doesn't surprise to see him out front.
Definitely not a surprise to me either, Dad. Another car that was in the Super Lates last year, that was the one machine of Ryan Holman. Not somebody I would have thought was going to elect to come to the modifieds, but he hasn't. It's good to see him running so good here also for finally getting some real laps in after last week's mechanical difficulties.
Well, I think we're going to have a race starting to heat up here for third as Cody Schultz gets a little bit loose. Cody Buck was able to shake by the 2 slower cars in the back, and now he's ran Cody Schultz down, and he's a battle for third.
Well, that's going to be it, though, as we are already on the Smale Racing Designs white flag, and Byron Meeks will take victory in heat race number 2. Ryan Holman second. Cody Schultz is going to be able to hold off Cody Buck for third, I do believe. And then it'll be Cody Buck.
I missed the Smale Racing Designs white flag. This little track, man, you buzz off 8 laps in a hurry.
Yeah, it was. The laps go away in a hurry here, and if we can go green to checkered here like we did last week, they're going to buzz off even quicker.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you, Tyler. If I was a bet man in Vegas, I'd have lost a lot of money last week. I would have bet against the fact that they were going to go caution-free at a track like this, but they did it, and it was quite impressive.
Definitely quite impressive, and shows the caliber of drivers out here in the big block, in the KDJS Design Big Block Modified. So, just talent all over this league, really.
Yeah, it's a hard league right now to jump into as a brand new driver, and we do, you know, encourage it with anybody out there that's friends or invites in this league. But it's hard because the talent just goes. We call our pro late our intermediate and beginner class, but it's developed way past that. Guys are really good. This modified class has a mixture of guys that's raced in every division, and it's just everybody's gotten so good. That's why there was a time when I'd be happy when I would be mad if I didn't win, but heck, just leading some laps tonight was a win to me anymore with the talent level in this league.
Yeah, the talent is unbelievable in the pro lates, like you said, and then you see somebody like Nolan Anderson who almost you could say dominated the pro lates last year and struggled a little bit this year in the super late models so far, and it's just talent ranges from all over the place, but everybody is just so respectful and good here for this one.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, man, and I'm proud to see more cars in one division than we had when we started. We only ran one division. I mean, we got 3 divisions of race right now, and
Definitely.
you know, it's cool to see. And I've got guys texting me all the time right now wanting to join, and this is a league that really started with just friends and family, and I've slowly been letting people in. I've left a couple people that we don't know. Yep. It's mainly like, if you're in the league for a year and you know a friend that wants to join it, because we just want to keep it fun and
trackside, by the way.
Yes, sir. I see it.
Event. So we'll get these guys named off. Don't want to miss anybody. So on the pull of this one into 53P. That's going to be Ryan Patton out of Brockway, Pennsylvania. Outside him in the 25M machine. That's going to be Byron Meeks. He is out of Uniontown, Pennsylvania.
Out of Punxsutawney, PA, in a 66, inside the second row is Orvis Newcomb. Outside of him, in the number 1 out of Clearfield, PA, is Ryan Hallman.
Inside row number 3, that's going to be the 57T of Todd Bailey. He's out of Mundorf, Pennsylvania. Outside of him, in the 7 machine, that'll be Cody Schultz out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania.
Inside your 4th row, the 03 out of Clearfield, PA, will be Carl Lansbury. Outside of him, in the number 9, rookie this year out of DuBois, Johnsville.
Then we have Earl Jackson, Colton Probst, Christopher Gormont, and going to the back after winning last week is Cody Buck out of turn number 4. We're Green Flag Racing. Put him to the floor. We'll start the Thunder down into turns 1 and 2, side by side, wheel. Who's going to have to lead off of turn number 2? Byron Meeks edges just a little bit to the lead. Out of turn number 4 now, though. He's going to look to the outside, and Byron Meeks will hold the lead down into turn number 1. He'll lead lap number 1. That outside line rolling pretty good, but Ryan Patton really straight right around the bottom side, and he's going to hold on to that second place spot right now over Ryan Hallman. But Hallman's going to try and look to the outside here. We'll see if Patton closes the door. Not quite yet. Ryan Hallman continues to try and peek a nose, but Ryan Patton's got a good dig off of turn number 2. Look to the inside of the 25M, but not yet. How long is that cushion going to hold up there for this one? We got 50 laps here, but we're already working on lap number 4 down into turns 1 and 2.
I don't know, but Patton's looking pretty sporty on the bottom, about the only guy down there, and I've raced Ryan Patton many, many times, and he just seems to always get better on long runs, so we're going to definitely keep an eye on this race.
Yeah, I was just about to say, he's about the only car down on the bottom right now, and he is making it work. You can see that car really digging off of turn number 2. Now he moves up a little bit higher through the middle out of turn number 4, but he is not letting that 25M machine of Byron Meeks get away from him.
No, he may move up the racetrack and start trying to arc the corner, or maybe even save the bottom, try to help burn that top off. Sometimes there's some strategy played out here, where you got a fast line around the top. You help. I've done that myself. You go up there and you try to help burn it off a little bit, because your preferred line you'd rather be running, you save it to when it matters here later on in the race.
Yeah, right now it looks like he likes that bottom in 1 and 2, but likes that little bit of higher line in 3 and 4. When he hits that bottom off of turn number 2, he's getting a really good dig right now that he's really able to pull away from 3rd place runner Ryan Hallman right now. Good to see Ryan Hallman having a good run so far tonight after technical difficulties last week.
Yeah, he's having a good battle with Orby Newcomb back there for that 3rd and 4th spot. And, it's good to see Hallman up there. And moving back through the field, we got some good
Earl
racing
Jackson
back there.
around!
Oh, we got a caution.
Earl Jackson around. Oh, John Smale! Hold on to it. Woo! Christopher Gormont in the wall also now.
Check that guy's seat after the race. He might have laid one. I'm telling you right now, that was close.
Oh, Cody Buck. Definitely, I would say, overdrove the corners per se, and got Earl Jackson pretty heavily. And Cody Buck will receive the EOL penalty. So Cody Buck caused for the caution on that one, trying to come from the back of the field. It's a hard racetrack to come from the back of the field here. That was for the 8th place position they were running for, and Cody Buck just kind of looking off the corner, and Earl Jackson looks to go to the bottom, and Cody Buck not able to react quick enough. I'm sure it was an accident, but gets into the left rear, and Earl Jackson hits the wall hard.
Yeah, that's definitely on Buck. He'll have to restack, go to the back. Hopefully Earl's car's not too bad. He went to the pits. He'll have to rejoin Buck in the rear of the field. I'm sure he's not happy right now, but
yeah, Earl Jackson did take his car into the elevated outdoors hot pit there, but he is back out now, back out of that elevated outdoors work area. So he will rejoin the field though at the tail of the field.
I think he slowed down beside the 29 and gave him a wave.
Called him number one, said, hey,
what? Yeah, just
you're
said
my
hi.
favorite. But leading this one into 25M, that's Byron Meeks choosing the inside lane. That'll be the 53P of Ryan Patton. Ryan Hallman running that third position. He'll get the outside. And then we have Orvis Newcomb, who had a good run last week. Then we have Todd Bailey, Cody Schultz, Carl Lansbury, Christopher Gormont, and Colton Probes. Those are your frontmost rows right now. Out of turn number 4, Byron Meeks will fire one. Ready? He'll fire. We're back on a loud pedal off of turn number 4. Side-by-side wheel to wheel for that second place position on these Delaware restarts. Out of turn number 2, Ryan Patton gets that good bite off the corner. He still leaves Hallman a lane now. He knows he's got a holder on the bottom. Can Hallman maybe use this as an opportunity to slip by on the outside? He looks to the outside now. Side-by-side for second. Orvis Newcomb now in the picture. Ryan Patton gets a great bite off of turn number 2, though. He continues to try and pull a little bit ahead of that one machine, but down here in 3 and 4 now. Ryan Hallman back to the outside. He might have had him at the line on that lap.
Houston Speedway out of 3 and 4 cuts back really hard. It's really hard to get momentum out of 3 and 4, but you can really make the bottom work in 1 and 2. It's a tough little racetrack.
It definitely is, and now Ryan Patton is able, out of turn number 4 there, to almost have the one machine cleared, and he'll get another good bite off of turn number 2. He'll slide up in front, and now he will have that second place position. Slide job from Ryan Patton. He'll go to the outside there, out of turn number 4. He'll leave a lane to the bottom, now into turns 1 and 2, and Ryan Patton now the sole owner of that second place position over Ryan Hallman. Orvis Newcomb running fourth now. Todd Bailey in 5th. That's your top 5. Cody Schultz and Carl Lansbury side by side back there for the 6th place position.
They've been side by side since the drop of this green bag, and them guys are pretty good friends, so they'll have a lot to talk about. But Schultz stuffs it in the wall, and Carl Lansbury will take that position.
And Carl Lansbury now going to run in that 6th place position. Cody Schultz back to 7th. Christopher Gormont has pulled it in. Cody Buck and Earl Jackson still racing back here in the back of the pack right now. Back up front, though, the 25M machine of Byron Meeks continues to lead. Ryan Patton not letting them go away. Running just above that berm down there. That berm will really upset the race car, especially in these modifieds if they hit it wrong. So they're tiptoeing right now, but there's a lot of drive down there for these guys. Oh, Byron Meeks, he might have shoved the nose there a little bit. Here comes Ryan Patton. He gets a good dig. A look off of turn number 2, not quite yet. Down into turn 3 and 4. Here comes Ryan Patton. He's going to try and go around the outside off of turn number 4. 25M still has at the line. Back down into turns 1 and 2. Off of turn number 2. Ryan Patton cuts the car. He'll get a good bite off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Ryan Patton back up to the berm. He will spank the horse on the outside. Try to go to the lead. Not quite yet. Byron Meeks still leads. Now Ryan Patton steps to the outside. He's going to try and get a good run off of turn number 2 on the outside lane. Maybe have a little bit of outside momentum. Now Byron Meeks, he'll shut the door. He'll go to the cushion now. And now Ryan Patton with a big cut down. He looks on the inside. He'll slow the car down. Now he's going to roll the bottom off of turn number 2. He looks. Not quite had to get out of the gas there. Byron Meeks still leads over Ryan Patton. Great race.
They keep this up. They keep this up. There's about ready to be a 4-car battle as I think the 3rd, 4th places actually reeled him in a little bit. Orvis Newcomb looking like he's coming alive as he's been working over Hallman. I've been watching that race.
Yeah, he'll look to the inside of Ryan Hallman now as Hallman may be going away. Orvis Newcomb is really good on the bottom side. He was really good last week. Now he's really good here tonight. He'll look back to the inside. He's going to slide a little bit high there, but he'll get a great cut down off that corner. What a run off of turn number 2 for Orvis Newcomb.
Yeah, Newcomb needs to clear this pass. Those leaders are starting to pull away a little bit while he's trying to get him there.
Yeah, he bobbled there and he lost a little bit of ground.
We're right now at the halfway point of this race.
Halfway in this one, what a small track. These laps begin to click by, and now John Smeal becomes the lap car in front of them in that 9 machine. You know, lap traffic is a little bit dangerous here. Small track. Byron Meeks, he'll dive for the bottom. John Smeal running right through that middle line. Where's he going to go? Where will Byron Meeks elect to go? He goes to the outside now. Ryan Patton on the bottom. Could this be it? Lap traffic, big factory, look to the inside. Into turn number 3, Ryan Patton across the back bumper. Now right on the bumper, the 25M down into turn number 1. Ryan Patton will lower the car up. He's going to try and get a good dig off in turn number 2 and get his shoes, Ryan Patton. Ryan Patton shows him the nose down into turn number 3. Now Ryan Patton to the inside, 3 wide with the lap car. They'll hold it straight right now.
God.
Byron Meeks all over the back end of John Smeal. Out of turn number 2. Can Ryan Patton use him as a pick? Ryan Patton to the outside. Byron Meeks might have a nose. No door down the back. No, big break. Huge break for Ryan Patton. But I tell you what, that was a good thing he saw that, because if he wouldn't, I think they would have been planted in the fence right there. Wow, that would have not.
Tell you what, lap traffic makes it interesting. You never know what's going on. Oh, we
Oh,
got
3 wide! Hold on to it, boys. Here comes Todd Bailey now. He'll take advantage and try to go to 4th now. Orvis Newcomb, contact. They'll hold it straight. Oh, another
yellow's
oval
out.
track specialties
Yellow's out.
caution.
Oval track specialist caution is out.
Oh,
What happened?
Cody Schultz on his lid. Oh, no.
Cody Schultz and Carl Lansbury both in the elevated outdoors hot pit. Got to go back and see what happened.
Cody Schultz on his lid on the back straightaway. Catches the fence, climbs the wall, and we've got red flag as Cody Schultz ends up on his roof here tonight in that 7 machine. That was the cause of the caution. Not sure when we lost the 03 machine of Carl Lansbury.
Well, Lansbury just
Decided
spun out and he
just-
just stopped.
He decided
I'm not sure what happened.
might have
That was
decided.
on lap 21, bud.
Yeah, that was that one might have been a thing where he decided to pull it in for the night. Maybe something happened on that race car.
I'm thinking it did because he was coming towards the front. I'm guessing some technical difficulties or something here. I thought maybe Cody Schultz and him got together. They were both in the elevated outdoors hot pit, but Schultz.
John Smeal in the elevated outdoors hot pit. He's going to make his way back out on the racetrack. I also saw Earl the Squirrel Jackson was also in the elevated outdoors hot pit. So a lot of people in the elevated outdoors work area. But we're getting ready to turn them back loose here. What a great race we've had so far. Up at the front of the field, Ryan Patton elects that bottom side once again. Ryan Holman in 3rd. Byron Meeks your leader. But that hasn't been the whole story as we're green out of turn number 4. Green flag down into turns 1 and 2. Good start for Ryan Patton. He's going to have that inside lane. Byron Meeks might have made a little mistake. Here comes Ryan Patton already picking. He'll slide across the racetrack, and he's going to hold on to that 2nd place position over Ryan Holman. He'll shut the door down the front straightaway. Back into 1 and 2. Off of turn number 2, Ryan Patton gets the car turning, and I think that car, like you said, it's getting better with the 53P of Ryan Patton. But can Byron Meeks hold him off? Ryan Patton takes another peek. Out of turn number 2, Ryan Patton back to the inside of Byron Meeks. Now Ryan Holman's got his feet back on him. He's ripping the lip, trying to go to 2nd right now. Down the front straightaway, they're side by side for that 2nd place position. Ryan Holman to the cushion. Ryan Patton right on the bottom. We got the Ryans battling for 2nd into turn number 3.
This track is definitely widened out. These guys are either dead on the bottom on the hump or they're right up against the wall. Something's going to give.
Little mistake there from Byron Meeks. As the 53P looks back to the inside. There's a slide job. Slide job from the 53P on Ryan Holman. Now where's Ryan Holman going to go down here into turns 1 and 2? He'll follow suit and tuck in behind that 53P. As Byron Meeks continues to lead this one, we're closing in on about 10 laps to go. So now Ryan Patton up there to try and spank the horse, see if he can make a little ground up on that 25M. Off of turn number 2, all cars running that outside line right now, but you can go about anywhere on this racetrack. Byron Meeks kind of slides the corner. Ryan Patton, he makes up ground on that line. Back into turns 1, here comes Ryan Patton. He'll look to the inside, gets it turned. Big run off of turn number 2, side by side for your lead. Christopher Gormont, he's out of this one. He's on the apron out of turn number 4. They're wheel to wheel, side by side. Still Byron Meeks. What a race here tonight. Out of turn number 2, they're side by side once again. These guys at Houston Speedway, of all places, are wheel to wheel in the big block modifieds. out of turn number 4. These KDJ Design big blocks are putting on a heck of a show here tonight. We're within 10 to go. Ryan Patton gets that good dig off of turn number 2. Can Byron Meeks hold him back? Ryan Patton to the inside.
Oh.
They're side by side. Still Byron Meeks. Ryan Patton's working him over though. They were side by side. Byron Meeks is pinching him, just giving him enough room. Now Ryan Patton, he might have him cleared off for turn number 4. Byron Meeks won't give up on the outside. Can we see a slide job? Byron Meeks to that cushion. Ryan Patton gets it cleared. He'll go to the lead here at Houston's.
Ryan Patton gets it done. Took 43 laps, but he now inherits the lead. What a run for the 53.
What a run.
He never gave up, Tyler. He never gave up on that bottom, and he just kept working it.
What a move for him, and now he's even electing to run it down in 3 and 4, but does Byron Meeks have anything to say about it? Can he take that line and learn off of it and try and run back down that 53P?
5 laps remaining.
5 fingers in the air here off of turn number 4 for Ryan Patton. Byron Meeks in second. Third place on your podium's Ryan Hallman. Orvis Dukem fourth. Cody Buck now looking for 4th from the tail right now.
Oh, Patton does a checkup for the lap car.
Oh, there's a big checkup there side by side. They'll split the lap car down into turns 1 and 2. On the outside. Now Byron Meeks to the inside. Is he going to get him back? Can Ryan Patton hold him off? Out of turn number 4, they're running out of laps. Ryan Patton not going to give up on Byron Meeks. Is there going to be a slide job? Up the racetrack they go. Side by side. Can't fit a piece of paper between the two. Popsicle sticks are going to be in the air. We've got 2 more times around. They're set dead even at the line. Into turns 1 and 2. Ryan Patton through the middle. Byron Meeks gets a good bite, but Ryan Patton holds strong on the outside. Little bit of a push there. Now Byron Meeks as the sole leader. Smeal Racing Designs, white flag, 1 more time around. Can Ryan Patton make a last lap pass to get back after the lap traffic incident? Into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. Is there going to be contact? No, there won't. Byron Meeks is able to hold on and win over Ryan Patton. Cody Buck up to 3rd from the tail.
What a barn burner.
Oh my gosh.
Heartbreak Hotel once again.
For another driver.
For another driver is Ryan Patton.
Oh my.
Who worked that over for 40 laps. Comes up short because he checked up for a lap car and loses the lead back to Byron Meeks, and Byron Meeks will capitalize and win the KDJ Design Big Block Modified feature here at Houston Speedway tonight. What
Huge
a race.
heartbreaker. Let's take another look at it here. John Smill gets loose off of turn number 2, is able to hold on to it. And that's just one of the moments as a driver, where do you go if you're Ryan Patton? And he unfortunately gives up the bottom, and Byron Meeks has enough room to split him. And that was the story of that race right there. We'll bring it back to you one more time.
And let's give it a shout out to Cody Buck, who had to start tail of the field tonight and work his way up into 3rd. That's a good point site for him, as he won't have to start to the back next week. And good drive for the 3rd place finisher, Cody Buck, out of Phillipsburg.
Yeah, definitely a great run there for Cody.
We got your feature winner up here with us right now, as Byron Meeks. What a race! Congratulations on your win, and tell us about that.
I knew Patton was better. Patton was better than me, and just luck of the draw with the lap car there in the last 5 laps, and it just kind of played in my favor there. And
it was one heck of a race, man, and you held him off for, it was like 43 laps, and he got by you, and you got that lap car, and you saw your opportunity and you took it, and congratulations. What a race, though.
Yeah, I just wasn't expecting it, and I knew Patton was way better than me. I mean, I just kept looking down at the standings there, and I knew he was running better than me, and I was trying every which line, and I just couldn't find that balance that I liked.
Well, you got her done anyway, and anybody you'd like to thank
You guys, especially for putting this stuff on every week, and it's definitely fun. And the guys that build the sets, and Nick for building a new or making a new wrap this week. It's pretty sporty out there to be able to put it in victory lane on the first night.
Tyler, you got any questions for Byron?
No, just a good run there, Byron. And like you said, you were able to make another heartbreak of a race here. We had one in the Supers, and now we have one here in the KDJ Echelon Big Block Modifieds. Like you said, luck rode your way, but that's just how racing is. And congratulations on a great win here tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we'll see you next week. Moving on down to your second place finisher. Don't know really what to say. You ran almost a perfect race. Perfectly clean, great racing. You worked him over for 43 laps, got the lead, and got to that lap car. Tell us in your eyes what happened.
I just need to get better at navigating lap cars.
Well,
honestly, was so focused on just running my line and hitting the bottom, I didn't even see him. I don't know if he messed up in 1 and 2 and got up on the berm and his car just kind of slid out in front of me or what, but it's all kind of a blur.
you were definitely focused as you were able to work by Byron, who is really good in the modified division, and you look like you were gonna go on to your first win here, but by the looks of that, it looks like you're gonna have plenty of them. Just circumstantial. It happens sometimes in lap traffic. Someday maybe it'll play in your favor. Tonight it didn't, but I mean overall, what a great run. Who would you like to thank tonight?
Highline Designs for the wrap on my car. Obviously, you guys for putting all this stuff on. I've been in this league for a couple years now, and I look forward to it every Tuesday. That's pretty much it, I think. Everybody in here.
Well, we appreciate you and everything you do for our league too. As you're one of our admins and have been a good fit. And Tyler, do you have anything to add to this?
Yeah, that just John Smeal got a little loose there off of that corner, and unfortunate, as you two were coming there as the leaders, and luckily was able to hold on to it and not see an oval track specialties caution, but just unfortunate for the lap traffic. But like Dad was saying, your car working better than anybody's on the bottom right now, and I see a lot of feature wins coming your way here early.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to getting my first one on dirt.
Well, you're right there, man. You definitely got them coming. And congratulations on a great run. Moving on to third place. Your last week's feature winner had to start tail of the field. Cody Buck, a good run to come from the back of the field. He even have a little trouble, had to go back to the back of the field after a little contact with Earl Jackson, and you still worked your way up to third. Congratulations on your third place finish.
Thank you. It was a tough time trying to get up through. There's a lot of good drivers in the big block. I was a little scared to try to even make it up through. Honestly, like they're good. There's barely room or anywhere to pass on this track.
Well, you did a good job navigating there. Looks like you got in a little hot on Jackson. I'm sure he waved hi to you on the way by, but you guys will shake that off, move on, and you were able to come back up through the field clean and get your third place. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to apologize to Earl for that. I didn't mean it. I went in a little bit too hot into the corner, and I wasn't expecting him to come down the way he did.
Anybody you'd like to thank, Cody?
You guys for putting on this. It's always a fun blast coming here every Tuesday to race. I talk about it every day at work, and everybody at work comes in and watches it now. So hopefully I got a couple buddies talking about trying to get into it. So maybe we'll have more coming here soon.
Well, we definitely try to expand slowly. Like I said, we don't want to get to where we're like, not where we want to be, basically. This league, we do it slow, so we keep it the way it is, and good drivers, and we hand pick, and that's good. That's why it is the way it is. Well, we do appreciate you being here. And Tyler, do you have anything for Cody before we move on to get ready for the pro lates?
Just that good run there coming from the back of the field. I do believe even not coming from the back of the field, you were the Newcomb Automotive hard charger, I do believe. So good run there, and coming from even a little farther than the scorecard might show. So congratulations to you, and I see more than just one feature win here this year.
Thank you.
Yep, that ought to definitely keep you in the points lead, as I know you're probably going for a points championship. So congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. See you guys next week.
All right, Tyler, I guess it's time to sign off here for a short intermission, and we're going to get ready to go pro late racing at Lanier.
Yeah, we're going to sign off here with the KDJ Etch Designs Big Block Modifieds, and coming at you to end off on the card here tonight. That's going to be one of the best, some of the best racing you'll see in the sim here, as these guys have put on last week. So we expect nothing less here coming up here in just a short few minutes with the Highline Designs Pro Late models. But we're gonna wrap up here with Backroad Powder Coating Victory Lane here with the Big Block Modifieds, and after a brief intermission, we will see you soon.
We'll see you in a few.
Alrighty, we are now back with the Highline Designs Pro late models at Lanier.
Yes, sir. We are back, and what an awesome night of racing so far. And I'm hoping these pro lates, which will put on just as good a show and cap our night off, is I think one of the best nights we've had in a long time.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we usually really have some trouble having a good super race, but I tell you what, it was a heck of a barn burner here tonight. And that Houston race, you know, you thought there for a second once Patton going around, he had it locked up, but, you know, bad luck went his way, and that's all part of racing, so.
Yeah, you got to put your heart out to Patton on that one. He worked really hard to get to the lead. You know, just unfortunately, like he said, he's got to get better and better lap traffic. He was so locked down on his groove that he didn't look ahead there, or he just got, you know, just got a little bit, I don't know what the word is, complacent maybe on just not looking. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm kind of stumped for words on it.
I tell you what, I said this when we were running into supers there tonight. You know, I get more nervous in this freaking fake, you know, virtual pixel race car that I'm in as much as I do my real car. I mean, these things make you nervous when you're out there.
Absolutely. When I was leading that super race, I started getting the shakes, and I thought, now this is ridiculous.
I started shaking.
But that also is what makes it awesome, because it's like, if we can make it as close to real as possible, then we have done our job for this league, and it's what I've wanted the whole time, that everybody can experience that feeling of at least the excitement part of racing, being out there, the real thing, and I don't know, man. And then you sit there, you're trying to do it, you're trying to make it like that for everybody else, and there you are experiencing yourself as a real driver in real life, and it's like, this is a pretty cool deal.
If you understand the competitiveness part of dirt, you know, racing, it's and racing in general, this game, this simulation really brings that to the table. I mean, just the competitiveness and the feeling of being, you know, just a click faster than that guy in front of you. It's quite a feeling, and man, it's good to be able to have it during the winter months whenever, you know, your race car's tucked away in the garage.
Absolutely. But I got to say something right now, something I've never seen in this pro late class, because he is a long race driver, and always has been fast maybe towards the end of the race, but never really that fast in the beginning. But at the top of our leaderboard in practice right now is Kirk Hess with a 13.398, the only guy with a 13.3.
There he is in that 46 machine. You see him on the screen right now. Kirk Hess in that 46. Like you said, he had a couple good runs in the longer races last year, but right now, even on this heavy track, quick time right now, ahead of last week's feature winner, Mike Maurer, who's the 13.407. Then we have Nathan Brady with a little better lap here tonight. David McGovern, Action Jackson, Colton Joyner, Mike Anderson, Justin Diltz, Jonathan Smeal, and Larry Hess. I'm
watching Kirk right now, and he is still cracking off 13.40s. Like, he has got a hot rod tonight.
Yeah, he does, and he is up on that cushion right now. And I tell you what, with this a change that we made for this year that we didn't get to implement last week, but we'll have for the remainder of the season, is going to be the realistic weather. And from what I've seen tonight, it's really brought that cushion alive for these racetracks. So.
Yeah, so to not confuse any of the fans that might be watching right now, our realistic weather is going to run like basically tonight is like April 18th or something. Yeah, 18th or something like that, is because we're early season of this Instigator Winter League, and so weather is going to act like it's in the springtime, and as we go on through the year, it's going to change, and the tracks might get dustier and slicker, and it's going to add a little extra excitement, I think, to us, and maybe a little bit of a what's going to happen, and maybe somebody's setup that was perfect might not be quite so perfect one night, might help somebody else. So I don't know, I think it's a good deal.
I really like the way the racetracks have been reacting to it. So I think tonight, considering that it is April, I think it's been a little bit on the chillier side compared to what might have been the temperature last week. So definitely good to see some variety as these guys continue to burn this track in a little bit. But like you said, Jonathan Spiel has now taken to the top spot with a 13.376, but not far off of him, as we stated, is Kirk Hess, who's the only other car in that 13.3 bracket. And like we
This
said,
class is so competitive, though.
definitely competitive. And like we said earlier tonight, it is we're sad to see that Dave Riesinger couldn't join us here tonight. On vacation. I'm glad that he's watching from home, but I'm sure he is just itching right now, just fiending to be out here on this racetrack with these guys. As he had a really good car last week, and really, if he was in the right position, might have had a shot to put himself in his first ever Instigators victory lane. But we will return to this track later in the season for another 2 weeks, so I'm sure he's excited for that.
Yeah, for sure. And see another competitor that's having connection issues is Larry Hess, who hasn't been able to take a lap yet, and looks like possible internet connection problems. So we'll have to keep an eye on the number 98.
Unfortunate for the 98 machine of Larry Hess. He had a pretty good car there last week.
Yeah, I believe he finished like in the top 5 last week, so this could be a definite hit to the point standings if he can't get that machine back in action here before we take the green. We still got, what, 4.5 minutes left in hot laps, so there's still some time there for him to get that figured out, as I'm sure the crew's working hard on the car trying to figure it out, but we'll just have to keep an eye on that. We've been trying to make Dave Riesinger feel bad saying he's not here, but I hope he's having a good time on vacation, and we'll welcome him back next week.
Yeah, he's still in the chat here watching. He says, yep, definitely missing it tonight. So he's enjoying his vacation, watching a good night of racing now, I'm sure, as I don't think we could have brought it any better to him here tonight.
No, have you been watching these hot laps, Tyler? I tell you right now, Lanier is just something for transitioning of a racetrack. Like, just in hot laps, this track is completely widened out and has blown off they're going into 1 and 2 pretty bad going in on entry, and it just transitions like no other racetrack in the game.
Yeah, I have seen that. I've had cars on track in front of our fans here all night, and this track's already gone from that middle groove to right around the lip already, because of just like you said, how quick this track begins to rip up in that middle groove and just becomes one of the slicker racetracks on the sim, which really gives it that character and really brings the driver out in the feature. But it's known for that, and that's why it creates some of the best racing. And I look back after saying that, you look at Knoxville earlier tonight, and that track wasn't ripping up really until we got to our feature, and right now we're not even done with heat races, and this track is already looking like what Knoxville did.
Exactly, it's completely different. And I always used to compare, maybe not so much now, but back whenever I was racing street stocks years ago at Hummingbird Speedway. Hummingbird would be I always compared it to Lanier on here. Is like Lanier is really heavy at first and just slicks off, and from heat to feature, I've never seen a track that will transition so much, and that's how Hummingbird used to be. And it's just interesting how different race surfaces create different racing. As we got 2 minutes left in practice, and Larry Hess still has not made a lap. I see he's trying to reconnect. He dropped again, and I mean, it is unfortunate that things are not looking good for the 98 machine, as he won't have to take a provisional if he can't make it in, Tyler, because he was here at the racetrack tonight, but he will end up getting the last place in points, and that can hurt his points tonight if he can't get that 98 machine in.
And we will have to see. It does say he's reconnected, but can he? Is it going to be any better than the last time he connected is the question.
Yeah, these, as funny as it may be, these iRacing rigs and computers and everything it takes to race in iRacing is just as bad, I swear, sometimes as the real life cars are trying to keep them going and not having any problems between your internet and your connection and your computers and and everything that goes into it. Sometimes I swear it's just almost as bad.
Oh, I 100% agree. I mean, you go from, just like in your real car, where it's like, man, this car is just holding together week after week after week, and then you get into a stint where you're just out there running, and that thing just locks up on you. You know, you try to get in the race, and that thing is just, you just absolutely just tunk, and something just snaps. So it's just like real racing. Whenever you bring that mechanical factor into it, not on your race car, but on your computer.
Exactly. I mean, then guys are out all week trying to fix it, just like in real racing. They're like, I did this, I did that. I'm trying to fix it and figure out what the problem is. And just like Ryan Holman last week, you know, completely dropped off. He said he did some things, and tonight it looked. There he is. He's
Larry Hess on track.
Is he? That's good for him. I'm glad to see the 98. Hopefully everything holds together. Hope they got the problem fixed there in that pit area in the Hess machine.
Yeah, he is trackside right now and making laps, and I'm not seeing any blinking, so that is good, as it looks like he is just going to make it in here, as we got 10 seconds before we start heat race action here tonight. So that tells you how
many times does that happen in real life? Just make it to get out there.
How about it? And I tell you what, that's one of the reasons why we give these guys a little bit of time here in practice now this year, and it allows them to, you know, if you can get them jitters fixed before we get ready to go heat race action, that's a little bit extra time on the clock for you.
Well, that's a good point, Tyler, because people some people watching might be like, why are we waiting? But this is the stuff that happens. I mean, you got to give the guys a chance to go out there and shake things down, make sure everything's, you know, you might have a problem that night. You need that extra couple minutes to get out there and get going. And there's a prime example tonight with the Hess machine.
Yeah, and all the fans at home, I mean, who doesn't want a higher car count field? I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. We want high car counts. And right now, with as popular as this league's getting, we can make high car counts, but I'm still like, I'm very, slow about bringing people in to keep it as fun and as competitive and clean as it's been. And we're going to get these car counts, though, you know, in the next couple of years up to, I firmly believe we're going to get it up to like 15 apiece at least. But first heat race on the track.
Yeah, we got cars rolling on the pole. This one, that's going to be the 77 machine of Nathan Brady. He's out of Hyde, Pennsylvania. Outside of him, that's going to be Colton Joyner in the 1 star. He is out of DuBois, Pennsylvania.
Inside your second row in the 116 out of DuBois will be Mike Anderson. Outside of him in the 13 will be Jonathan Smeal out of Reynoldsville.
Inside rounding out your field, the only car on row number 3. Like we said, just making it. Glad he's here tonight in the 98 machine. That's going to be Larry Hess. Larry Hess is now out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania.
How about it, Tyler? That 98 machine probably ain't even warmed up yet. That engine's still cold, but he's going to take the green here as that pace car ducks off. Here we go.
Out of turn number 4, we're going to turn them loose. Highline Designs Pro Late Models back at linear down into turn number 1. Nathan Brady, Colton Joyner side by side, wheel to wheel down into turn number 1. Nathan Brady gets a goodbye. He'll go to the lead, a commanding lead, as then how they work down into turn number 3. Mike Anderson back to that bottom side, keeps that car straight. He'll run second right now off of turn number 4. Back into turns 1 and 2. Nathan Brady is right on that wall down there, and I tell you what, he's making it work right now as he leads the field. Mike Anderson in second now. Jonathan Smeal trying to work on the 1 star. Colton Joyner out of turn number 4. Colton Joyner still holds out on the outside. He is spanking a horse out there on that cushion right now. But let's see if he can hold it out there. Larry has a little bit of a check up there side by side for third right now. Colton Joyner back to the outside. Jonathan Smeal still running third. Out of turn number 4. Wow, that was, not sure what that was from Jonathan Smeal, if he just got her caught in the steering wheel or what, but he had to know that 1 star was out there and chopped him into the wall there. And we'll see if Colton Joyner has anything to say about it. He will cut the car off and give Jonathan Smeal a lane. But now Jonathan Smeal up to that 3rd place position. Colton Joyner will take his line now, and now he looks to the inside of Jonathan Smeal. Back up front, though, Nathan Brady, your leader, trying to put it on the pole for his 2nd appearance here this year in that 77 machine. 116 of Mike Anderson has really turned up the wick here for this year. Running second right now.
77 looking good. As I talked to Nathan Brady today, he said he was going to have a brand new setup tonight, and we talked about a little bit of setup help, and maybe paid off as his car's looking pretty good tonight.
Yeah, it is, and he is running lower than anybody else. I mean, he's down there on the flat. I don't even know how that car's sticking like that, but I tell you what, it's working for him. As you see him get down into turn number 1, he is on the flat and getting everything he can there right next to that wall. But it's working for him as he continues to hold on over the 116 of Mike Anderson on this Smeal Racing Designs white flag. And out of turn number 4, he will win heat race number 1 for the Highline Designs Pro Late Model. Second goes to Mike Anderson. Third, Jonathan Smeal. Then we have Colton Joyner in a 1-star, and Larry Hess rounds out your field.
Well, that will put Nathan Brady on the pole of our feature tonight, as Mike Bauer, no matter what happens tonight, he will be tailing the field as he is last week's feature winner. And
looking like he's going to be on the pole for this one.
well, even these guys have to tail the field after winning their feature the week before. Still need to do good in these heat races, and because the points matter as the top 3 in each heat acquire points, as it's a 3-2-1 system. So to grab them points for your points championship chase is still a must in these heat races.
Well, on the pole, this one is going to be Mike Maurer, last week's feature winner in the Highline Designs Pro Late Model Division. Mike Maurer, he is out of Phillipsburg, Pennsylvania. Outside of him in the 91 machine, that's going to be the White Shadow. That's going to be Justin Diltz. Justin Diltz is also out of Phillipsburg, Pennsylvania.
Alrighty, inside your second row out of Kerversville, PA. In the 157, we have Dave McGovern. Outside of him, his good buddy. In the 46 out of Clearfield is Kirk Hess.
And rounding out your field in the 80J out of Grampian, Pennsylvania, that'll be Action Jackson. We're going to take a ride along here with Kirk Hess as we turn him loose here out of turn number 4. Second heat race for the Highline Designs Pro Late Model Division. We're going to turn him loose. Skinny pedal down. Green, green, green. As we ride along with Kirk Hess down into turn number 1. Kirk Hess will go to that outside cushion.
Not get a good start. Justin Dilson not get a good start at that, and that's going to open up the door for Dave McGovern.
Yeah, it is. You can see right now as we ride along with Kirk Hess, he gets a little bit of a push there. Dave McGovern going to work by him. He'll go to third. Justin Diltz up there on that outside, running in that second place position. Dave McGovern right on the bottom right now, running in third. Mike Maurer still your leader.
Kirk Hess has got it rolling now as he's starting to make up some ground there in that 4th spot, as Dave McGovern is having a little bit of connection issue there, blinking. Mike Bauer is looking sporty. He's got a good setup here for Lanier as he's last week's feature winner.
Yeah, definitely. Back up at the front of the field as eyes on the 29 machine of Mike Maurer. Justin Diltz had struggled a little bit last week, but right now he's looking to start a little bit farther ahead. Absolutely spanking the horse right now on that outside as he continues to grab a handful of that cushion and try and propel himself forward to try and get to that lead later, Mike Maurer. But like you said, he's got a great setup and he is running away with this one.
Something I'm looking at too, Tyler, is that Mike Maurer right now is running through the slick in 1 and 2 and making it work as everybody else is out there trying to find grip. So that just tells you how good that 29 machine is.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that car is just, it's hooked up. You know, he's got to be using good throttle control and just really making that 29 machine work. And, you know, it's glad to see, you know, we've seen from last year, we've seen a lot of improvement between different drivers here. And, you know, one of them being Mike Maurer, Dave Riesinger, Mike Anderson. I mean, the whole group has really improved, and Mike Maurer trying to win another heat race here tonight.
Yeah, we are on our Smeal Racing Designs white flag. So Maurer looks like he's going to pick up a heat race win here in our second heat race.
Yes, he will. He'll win out of turn number 4. Second place is going to go to the White Shadow of Justin Diltz. Kirk Hess is able to rally to the third place position over David McGovern and Action Jackson in the 80J, who had lost a spoiler on that machine.
Well, that should set our field up as we got a 1-minute warm-up and the field is set.
As the lights are on now on the Lanier Speedway.
We're getting ready for some feature action here.
There's your pole sitter rolling out right now through pit lane, looking to get some heat in the engine and feel that setup out here as he gets ready to lead this field to green here in that 77 machine. That's Nathan Brady.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I don't know about you, Tyler, but I'm excited to watch this race. After the 2 races we've had tonight, great race in action, and this could be the best one yet. I mean, the way these guys are and as close as this competition is, this Pro Late division, I'm excited to watch this race.
Yeah, definitely. As you can see, they're on that on the left side B pillar there. You can see where it says Bad News Brady, so he'll lead us to the green. I'm sure he's excited to be out front here tonight and see what he can do with that car. Like you said, new setup on that 77 machine, and I'm sure he hopes he can keep it under him here tonight and get this win from the first place starting position. But as we
absolutely, because he was disappointed after last week finishing 6th, as he was a contender for the points championship last year for the first half of the season and had some problems, and it didn't work out. Nolan Anderson ended up getting the championship, but Brady is definitely a competitor that likes to. He's wanting that championship, and he wants to be out there battling it out. And you know, it's good to see him have a good run there in that heat race.
We'll
Pace
wait.
truck is on the track. We're getting ready to line him up, bud.
Yeah, we'll wait for it. And there he is, your pole sitter on the pole for week 2 of the Highline Designs Pro Late Models. That's going to be Nathan Brady in the 77 machine out of Hyde, Pennsylvania. And I do believe going to be moving up into the second place starting position into 91 is going to be Justin Diltz, the White Shadow. He's out of Phillipsburg, Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir. As Bauer will drop to the back, you are correct. That will put Diltz on the outside. So inside your second row out of DuBois, PA, will be the 116 of Mike Anderson, and that's going to move Kirk Hess out of Clearfield, PA, and the 46 up into that outside second row.
Inside row number 3, that's going to be the 13 machine of Jonathan Smeal. He's out of Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania. Outside of him in the 157, that's going to be David McGovern. He's out of Curwensville, Pennsylvania.
Inside the next row with the 1 star out of DuBois, PA, will be Colton Joyner. Outside of him, out of Grampian in the 80 machine, Kevin Jackson.
Then we have Larry Hess out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania, and the 29 machine out of Phillipsburg, Mike Maurer, last week's feature winner. Put her to the floor, make her roar. Late model action here at Lanier Speedway. Green flag. Side by side, wheel to wheel, down in the turns 1 and 2. Mike Anderson, a little bit of a checkup. He's going to let Justin Diltz go to second with the 91 machine as Nathan Brady get away as he'll lead lap number 1 out of turn number 4. Kirk Hess now also going to move to that third place position as they're up on the cushion right now trying to go forward as Mike Anderson struggling on that bottom side right now. Oh, there was close to being a tap from the 13 machine. I don't think it happened there. Left rear quarter panel was able to fold in on the 116. Let's see what Jonathan Spiel can make happen here as he's a little bit stuck right now on the bottom side. Back up at the front of the field, we've got Nathan Brady, your leader, but Justin Diltz, the White Shadow, trying to pick up his first ever Instigators Winter League win. He peeks to the outside in 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, Nathan Brady closes the door. The White Shadow back to the outside. He'll spank the horse. He's right on the lip. Grabs a handful of that cushion down the back straightaway. Big run for the 91 machine. Into turn number 3. He'll rip the lip out of turn number 4 when Nathan Brady closes the door once again. He'll close the door. Justin Diltz just a little bit closer this time. This is a cat and mouse game already here early in this one as we're work on lap number 6. Back into turn number 3, Justin Diltz. High side hustling out of turn number 4. Nathan Brady still leads. Back into turns 1 and 2. Good bite off the cushion for the 91 machine. Nathan Brady back to the bottom side. No mirrors in this leak, so Nathan Brady has no idea where he's at. Here it comes. He's going to close the door. There's contact. Little bit of contact there. Justin Diltz is going to bend up his left front bat wing on the right rear of Nathan Brady. Let's see if that hurts him. We'll go back to the berm here in 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, Nathan Brady still leads. Third place runner Kirk Hess is watching a great battle in front of him. Mike Anderson seems to get his feet under him as he's running fourth now.
Winners in this league in 2 years, but your second and third place runners right now have never won. That would be a 10th different winner if either one of them guys could get it tonight.
Yes, it would, and Justin Diltz looks to be the fastest car. The racetrack, he looks to the outside that time. Now he's on the outside of Nathan Brady. Is Nathan Brady going to try and shut the door? Here comes the White Shadow. Into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, he grabs a handful of the lip. He leads him a lane side by side with Nathan Brady. Nathan Brady running right through the slick, trying to use that inside momentum, but that outside momentum is that much better. Justin Diltz pulls back up to the outside of him off of turn number 4. Is he going to lead this lap? Justin Diltz, I think, had it by half a cat's whisker. So Justin Diltz, now your leader by half a cat's whisker. He's going to look back to the outside. Man, they are still nose to nose, wheel to wheel, out of turn number 4 here. And it's going to be Justin Diltz by half a car length. These guys have been side by side for 15 laps straight. Out of turn number 4. And finally, Justin Diltz will clear the 77 machine down into turn number 3. Nathan Brady not going to give up yet, though. He'll peek and nose back to the inside. Justin Diltz now your leader over Nathan Brady and Kirk Hess running in third right now.
What a race. As this guy's running side by side and still able to pull away from your third and fourth place runners. These guys on a rail up there tonight.
Yeah, it is. And now Mike Anderson, he's going to have to slide to the outside as the 13 machine of Jonathan Smill will now look to the inside. Wow! Big chop there from the 116 of Mike Anderson. No contact, and Jonathan Smill is able to hold the car under him, and he'll go to fourth now. So now Nathan Brady has elected to jump to that outside cushion, but I tell you what, the white shadow of Justin Diltz is running it better than anybody. He is making that cushion everything it's worth right now on that outside line in that 91 machine. Got the nickname the White Shadow last year from coming at the end of a race, but right now he is letting everybody see that shadow as he continues to lead here 18 laps in this one.
Yeah, the White Shadow, he's a new guy to the league, and he's been a good fit. Talked to him a little bit on the side. He talks about how he just wants to get good enough. His goal is to make it up the race with us with the super lates, and putting on a show here tonight.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely showing the driving talent he has. And like you said, he's been a really great fit here in that 91 machine. Really engages with us on the group chat and makes this league fun. You know, you need people like that to keep this league fun, and great to see him having a great night here tonight. So far in this one as we work lap number 20. But behind him as he pulls away, Nathan Brady's got company for that second place position. Kirk Hess hot on his heels. Now Jonathan Smill to the inside for third. Let's see how this one goes. Here comes Jonathan Smill to the inside. He's working that inside line. Push from the 46 machine. He's going to lose a little bit of ground. Jonathan Smill now has that podium position. Jonathan Smill was your runner-up finisher last week, and now a look to the inside of the 77 of Nathan Brady. These two have a little history here, so let's see if they can keep it clean and green here out of turn number 4. Jonathan Smill leaves Nathan Brady a lane. Nathan Brady back up to that cushion. Nathan Brady gets a little sideways there. He gets a big cut down there. He'll run down behind the 13 machine of Jonathan Smill. Back to the outside now for Nathan Brady. Kirk Hess trying to find a line around him. Now Jonathan Smill, the sole owner of that second place position. But we are about halfway in this one, so he's got about half a race to try and run down that white shadow of Justin Diltz. Nathan Brady now drops to the bottom side. He'll run in third as Kirk Hess continues to bang the boards in the 46 machine. Good run for him down the back straightaway. Oh, Nathan Brady tries to scoot up, and Kirk Hess goes right around, and we might have an accident, though. Contact. Nathan Brady sideways. Are we going to have an overtrack specialties caution?
How did Nathan Brady save that? How did Nathan Brady save that? What a save.
Oh, there's a door from David McGovern to the 77. Nathan Brady dropping really quick now in that 77 machine. He'll get a good run, get his feet back on him. He'll go back to the outside. I see where the 46 machine was to the outside on that one, so I understand the contact, just a racing deal, but that'll let Mike Anderson inherit that third place position. Colton Joyner now running in fourth with Kirk Hess trying to go back around him on the outside. Nathan Brady's dropped all the way back to seventh now. Back up at the front of the field, Justin Diltz, the White Shadow, still your leader. Continues to run that line. Can Jonathan Smill reel him in? He might have reeled him in a little bit, but is he going to have enough time? That's the question. Sparks flying off the wall in front of Jonathan Smill from the 91 machine. You got to be ever so perfect here in this league and just not make a mistake, because that guy is waiting to pounce behind you.
I'll tell you what, that top lip is razor thin right now, and the White Shadow is still making it work, and I just wonder how long can he stay up there before it actually gets too thin and he's up into the wall.
Well, he might have to think about moving down already, as he's got the 80J of Action Jackson as a lap car in front of him. And I tell you what, he is using that right rear quarter panel, but he's just tapping it, keeping it right where he needs to be. But Jonathan Smill is closing, I do believe. Action Jackson in front of him, going to have to make Justin Diltz move out of his line. Jonathan Smill now peeking to the inside. What is going to happen here? Lap traffic was the deciding factor last race with the KDJ Designs big blocks. There's the White Shadow. He'll now move to the middle lane. He's going to work around the 80J of Action Jackson. Good pass for Justin Diltz. He'll slide up to the outside cushion now, out of turn number 4. Justin Diltz, still your leader. Here comes Jonathan Smill. Did not miss a beat on that bottom side. He is rolling right now. They're side by side off of turn number 2. Can Jonathan Smill get around the White Shadow in the 91 machine? Out of turn number 4, side by side, half a cat's whisker to Justin Diltz. Now Jonathan Spiel going to try and have the lead here off at turn number 2. Running that inside line. You can see them crumbs beginning to collect in the middle as that line gets razor thin up there. Jonathan Spiel, your new leader. Will Justin Diltz continue to rip the lip on the outsider? Is he going to try and run that lower line like Jonathan Spiel? He'll stay high side hustling right now in that 91 as Jonathan Spiel now your leader in that 13 machine.
Yeah, Tyler, I think the top just went away too much, and Justin didn't see. When you're out front like that, you're just at the mercy of everybody behind you. They get to try stuff and see what's faster. And I'm surprised he hasn't moved down and tried to run what the 13's running right now, as he's committed to the top. But I do believe here at Lanier, it doesn't get a great big cushion, and once it moves up too far, it's pretty hard to be that far outside and have to go around the track that far. It's so much longer around the racetrack out there that usually once you get up that high, you got to move back down the racetrack.
Yeah, it is, and he really got a handful of that concrete that time. And yeah, usually that outside line works pretty good there until it doesn't, and it starts to go away. But then you do start to see that inside line go back away. So we'll see here. But as we're under 10 to go, I don't know if that's going to happen before this race is concluded.
Well, I don't know if you see what I see, but I know just running here, if you look down into turns 1 and right there, you see the crumbs in the middle of the racetrack. I'd be trying to put my right rear in that right now and roll through the center for momentum. And it's just stuff you learn when you race racetracks long enough. And that's what I'd be trying to do right now. But Justin's committed to the top.
And Jonathan Spiel is rolling that middle lane really good right now. Just being smooth. And Justin Diltz, the white shadow, is really hammering that outside line, and he's really not lost a whole lot of ground, but it's hard to gain on that outside. Another car that is absolutely hammering the top right now is that one-star Colton Joyner, having a good run here tonight, running in that 3rd place position. Fourth now is Mike Maurer. He's come from the tail now to run 4th as he just got around to 116 of Mike Anderson. Then it's Kirk Hess, David McGovern, and there's going to be an oval track specialties caution. Yes, there's going to be a caution. Oval track specialties caution.
What is that for? I missed it, Tyler. What is this
Saw
for?
that live right there. Just was going back to the field. David McGovern Larry Hess tries to get to the inside of David McGovern, catches the left rear of David McGovern, and they'll go up the racetrack. David McGovern gonna sideways, and he will lose the handle after a little bit of contact there with the 98.
Yeah, as McGovern, well, that'd be a tough call for your flagman. It looked like the 157 was going to stay high and then decided to come down, and Larry tried to check up, and they just got together, and it's going to be a tough call. But that's up to our flagman on how they see that, whether it's a racing deal or whatever. But that's up to them, and we'll see how they line them up.
That'll definitely be one of the tougher judgment calls there.
As it looks like it's going to be a race and accident deal, as they got them both going to the back. Probably would have been my call. But that's a good call by the flagman, in my opinion. And
we're going to be single file here.
We are single file with 5 to go here in this race. We'll see if the White Shadow's got to throw something at your leader, Jonathan Spiel.
As it does look like they eventually did put the accident on the 98 machine of Larry Hess, but they were running for that last place position anyways. So that'll be they'll pretty much both go to the back there, restack, and as we're getting ready to turn them back loose here.
If Colton Joyner has anything for these guys, he come out of nowhere.
Yeah, we'll see. As we'll fire off down into turns 1 and 2. Justin Diltz back to the outside. Colton Joyner also that outside. Here it comes. Mike Maurer trying to put it from the tail to the win here. Try to go back to back. He's running through that middle line. Is that top going to come back in now after that restart? I don't know. Colton Joyner, he's got a head of steam now. He'll look to the inside of the White Shadow. I do believe the White Shadow just lost his right front bat wing, so that could be a problem. He's in the wall now. Now at a risk of going farther, dropping off the podium. Mike Maurer now looking for second. Mike Maurer from the tail to second on Colton Joyner right now. But does he have enough time to catch Jonathan Spiel? pop. Sickle sticks are in the air. Jonathan Smill's still your leader. Second place is a close race between Colton Joyner and Mike Maurer. The White Shadow still runs in fourth. Mike Anderson, Kirk Hess after them. Larry Hess has stepped to the outside. He's going to seventh now. White flag in the air for the final time with the Highline Designs Pro Late Model Division. The Smeel Racing Designs white flag for Jonathan Smeel into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. He's going to win, but who's going to have second at the line? Colton Joyner. Colton Joyner has Mike Maurer at the line. Fourth will go to Mike Anderson. Justin Diltz 5th. Kirk Hess 6th. Larry Hess 7th. Nathan Brady 8th. David McGovern 9th. And Action Jackson will round out your field.
What a finish. And that will officially, before we even talk to anybody, that's officially going to put Colton Joyner as your Newcomb Automotive Hard Charger of the race, as he moved up 5 positions and started 7th and moved up into 2nd. So good run for Colton. As we get ready to join Jonathan Smeel and the back road powder coating victory lane.
I tell you what, we had 3 barn burners of a race here tonight with the Instigators Racing League.
Exactly. I feel the same way. And if anybody if that ain't good racing, good eye racing, and you're not entertained by that, well, I don't think eye racing is your thing you want to watch, because that was 3 barn burners, and I think that was great racing. And Smeel's out there doing some donuts. As Jonathan Smeel, Colton Joyner, Mike Maurer, your top 3. Mike Anderson with another good run. He's having a good points year, as I think he, if I remember right, he finished 2nd last week. I can't. He dropped back a little bit, but still another top 5 for him. And unfortunate for Justin Diltz, who was in the position to possibly win, still gets a top 5, but drops back to that 5th place spot as Kirk Hess finishes 6th after a good run early. Nathan Brady, from having a really good car for the first half of the race, kind of fell off. He needs to do a little work on his long run, but has a good car beginning the race, so he has a little work to do. But overall, good race for everybody involved, and it's really fun to watch.
Well, I do believe that we have your winner out of the car, Jonathan Smeel, up here in the booth, as you'd like to have a word with him.
Jonathan, nice run tonight, as you had to work your way up there and be patient tonight. And as you were kind of stuck there in 5th, and then your cars kind of came alive. Walk us through your night there.
Ultimately, like you said, it just was about being patient. I was up top. I didn't feel like that was the place to be. So I just kind of, I was struggling to get by Mike Anderson. He's another one that loves to run the bottom. And it just, lap after lap, couldn't get it done. Finally he made a mistake, slid up the track a little bit, and gave me enough room to squeeze my nose in that I was able to edge ahead, and just from there, just catfishing the bottom, trying to stay underneath the slick stuff. And spotter kept saying I was quicker than the leader, so I just tried to be patient, bide my time, and things just worked out. And I was a little nervous when that caution come out, because I had enough of a lead that I was playing around with my throttle inputs and my line a little bit, and actually I was getting faster. So I love linear. It's one of those tracks that it's a rhythm track, and once I get in that rhythm, I really strong track for me.
It definitely is a rhythm track, and it definitely is a track that transitions a lot, moves from top to bottom. And I understand what you're saying there when you talk about, when you got another competitor out there that runs the same line you want to run, it makes it really tough to get around. And you feel like that if you're a little bit faster than they are, it still makes it tough because it's in your wheelhouse. But it was a really good run for you there, and congratulations on your first win of the 2025-26 season. And it was good, clean racing out there. And who would you like to thank?
first and foremost, want to always, thank you guys for what you do, putting this together for all of us. We all have a ton of fun. I know you guys are constantly saying that when you first started, you never thought it would turn into this, but we are all so thankful that it did, because it's a fantastic group of guys that, we can jump on, we can race, we can have some fun, we can joke around, and it's just a fantastic environment that you guys have built. So, hats off to you guys for putting this together. Got to thank my wife. She supports me through all this. I don't always make it easy, but definitely thankful for her support. Um, got to thank the guys at Mid South Mafia and CFM Esports. One hell of a setup. So yeah,
Oh,
just
definitely a good setup helps and good support from home helps. We appreciate everything you do here and helping us out since you come aboard with some of the technical things. And you're right. It's been built into a really good league, and we're proud of it. And we just want to continue to grow. And how about you, Tyler? Got anything for John?
Just had a really smooth car there on the bottom, and congratulations on your first win here in the 2025 season. And if you can keep that car glued like it was tonight, I look to seeing you up front here more often.
yeah, it's definitely a great group of guys, and everybody's quick, so I just got to do my best to not make a mistake. So thanks again, guys, for putting this on and for giving us a place to have some fun.
Well, thank you and congratulations. We're going to move on back to Colton Joyner, our Newcomb Automotive hard charger of the race. Made a hard charge there at the end. Just squeaked by Mike Bauer there. What a race between you two for the end there to get second place.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a heck of a race. I just tried to put it up on the top side where no one was at the time, and I started making up ground real fast. I was worried about burning up the tires, but I really had no choice but to try to make up that time while I could.
Colton's also another guy that just joined our league last year, and another really good addition. And we appreciate you being here, and we appreciate you being a part of this. And just a really good race there tonight. Anything you'd like to thank or say?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Highline Designs and also you guys for putting this on. It actually gives me something to do during the winter months, so I greatly appreciate it.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you. Tyler, you got anything for Colton?
Yeah, we were watching up front there for a lot of the race there, and just whenever we were looking at Justin Diltz up front there, and then I panned back there and saw you running third, also absolutely ripping the lip out there. And once we saw that caution, definitely thought that there was a chance you could make something happen. And you definitely had a fast car, just maybe need to be a one click better here to pick up one more spot here next time we travel back here to Lanier.
I wish I wouldn't have slicked off so much on the top side to where I could actually get some more grip to get up to him. So, yeah, that was sweet to get up there.
Yeah, good run tonight. And going to move on back to our third place finisher, last week's feature winner. What a good run tonight, a good points start of the season. Mike Bauer almost pulling off second place, but what a good run to come from the back to get yourself up into third.
Yeah, it was a good night. Congratulations to John. That was a good run. I think I was probably a little bit over aggressive there off the start, just running a little too hard, trying to get up front as quick as I could. Was getting a little frustrated there, getting bottled up on the bottom, really had nowhere to go, and decided to try to enter the corner a little bit in the middle and try to turn under those guys, and luckily I was able to get underneath them and try to make a charge to the front there, but just ran out of time. But no, it was a good race.
Yeah, it looks like your car's really, really good through the crumbs and through the middle there late, especially through the middle of the race. And when you're able to run on your own, it seems like you get really good runs, and you're as good as Jonathan was there, I believe, and it ended up being you guys last week, 1 and 2. So good setup on the car, good run. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, just you guys again. Like I said, everybody. It's a good fun thing to do on Tuesday nights. Gives you something to look forward to. Kind of takes the boringness out of the winter time. So yeah, and just thank everyone involved. Really, thank Nick Anderson and Highline Designs for the wrap and everything he does.
Yeah, we appreciate you being with us in this league. And Tyler, you got something for Mike here?
Yeah, definitely. I can relate to you there whenever you said how, you start to get frustrated out there when you feel like you're getting bottled up and you have a fast car. I felt that last week there, and, like you probably did, you start to just, take things a little slower, and, use the laps to your advantage to pick your way through the field, and clearly you were able to do that as you get wound up third here tonight, and it was definitely a good run coming from the back, so congratulations, and really stepped it up from last year to this year.
Yeah, thanks. Like I said, spent a lot of time figuring out how to work on these cars. I've never set a dirt car up, so it took me quite a while last year to figure out the adjustments to make, and I have a little notebook beside me, and it's worked so far. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, keep it up, Mike, because it's working. You're probably, I do believe, I haven't checked, but you're probably our points leader going into week 3, and congratulations to that. And I think that we're going to call that a night, as I think night 2 went well, and some great racing in all 3 divisions. And just want to give a shout out to everybody that helps, and appreciate everything.
Yeah, so that'll wrap up. Excuse me. That'll wrap up Backroad Powder Coating Victory Lane for the Highline Designs Pro Late Models, and what a great night of racing it was. And I don't think we had any shortage of action between the Harrison Brothers Welding and Fabrication Super Late Models, the Highline Designs Pro Late Models, and the KDJS Designs Big Block Modifieds. Every single race put on a heck of a show and a heck of a finish, and just want to thank all of our drivers here, already showing some great racing only week 2 in this season. So just want to thank everybody that came out to drive tonight, and especially thank everybody who came out to watch tonight.
We'll see y'all next week.
Alrighty.